Hey everybody, I'm Chef Tom with allthingsbbq.com, and this is herb roasted chicken. Today we're roasting a whole chicken on the grill. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward, but this is one of those things that every cook should know how to do, how to roast a whole bird. Now, as far as the seasoning goes, you can go any direction you like. A great barbecue bird with the barbecue rub and those flavors. You could go season it up for tacos with a Mexican seasoning. Today we're doing an herb roasted bird, so that means there's gonna be some fresh herbs involved, some thyme, some rosemary. We've got some savory flavors going on in the rub with onion and garlic, and we're gonna be doing a brine that has a lot of citrus and herb in it as well. So let's start with the chicken. We've got a whole bird here that's about 5 pounds. There's not a lot that you need to do to it at this point. Now, a lot of times there is a big hunk of fat down here that we don't really need, so I'll just go ahead and trim that off. But beyond that, the only thing I'm really looking to do is to kind of loosen the skin from the surface of the meat right here, because I want to be able to get flavors underneath the skin and onto the meat itself. So just carefully work this free. Try not to tear anything on the surface, because it's pretty easy to split that open. But you can kind of just get your hands underneath there and work them in between to free the skin from the meat. All the way to the other side. So really that's it. Nothing more to it right now. So now we're gonna move on to the brine. Now, brining a bird is a great way to inject a lot of extra flavor and a lot of extra moisture. If you wanna see how to make a brine from scratch, you can go check out, we did a whole video on just how to make a brine and to give you some different options on flavors that you can use in a brine. Now today we're gonna be using a product called Sweetwater Spice Lemon Thyme Turkey Bath, great for poultry, and it's got all the flavors that we're looking to put into this bird between the citrus and the savory and the herb. So we're gonna make it just super easy. So the lemon thyme is a thick concentrate for our brine. We're gonna go ahead and use the whole bottle. And I think we can add up to a gallon of water on top of this. So I've got a gallon of water. We'll add a splash of it in first. And then I wanna make sure to get all the goodness out of this bottle, so we're gonna rinse that out. So we may not need all of that liquid. I'll pour in most of it for now, but we also want to add about a half cup of salt. And that's a kosher sea salt that we're adding a half cup to. Give this a good whisk to dissolve it. All right, we're ready to drop the bird in. All right, so the bird's ready to go in. I'm gonna get that fully submerged. I'm gonna get the cavity fully submerged. Let's see if we need more water. We're actually pretty good, but we have a little bit of room left, so we might as well add the rest of that gallon. And then we will lock our plate in place to keep it submerged and take it to the fridge. So this is a bird that I brined overnight last night. Went in for about 8 hours, which is an hour and a half per pound roughly. I did a little rinse off. I didn't go crazy. I want to leave some of that flavor behind, just didn't want it super salty. Now for our seasoning, we're going to be using the Cattleman's Grill Ranchero. And this is a seasoning that we developed with Cattleman's specifically for poultry. I'm going to get this underneath the skin as much as I can here. We'll go some in the cavity as well. And then we're going to stuff our herbs underneath there. So let's get some fresh thyme and some rosemary in the cavity here. Same thing under the skin here. Now the rosemary and thyme, these are great hearty herbs that are easy to pull out after the fact. So we don't need to like pick the leaves off of here or anything. We're just gonna put the whole sprigs in there and we'll fish them out later. Get some down by the legs as well. So now we've got that herb flavor just trapped up against the meat. Now we're gonna do just a little bit of seasoning here before we truss the bird, because there's some of these spots, these crevices, that aren't gonna be easy to access once we get the bird trussed. Now for our seasoning, you know, in addition to these savory flavors that we get out of here from the onion and garlic, the ranchero is also packed with a bunch of herbs. It's got oregano, parsley, rosemary, it's even got some dill in it, and a touch of lemon. So all of that's gonna go perfect for the flavor profile that we're aiming for. All right, so let's tie this bird up. I'm gonna get a nice long length of string here. We'll find about the halfway mark, and we're gonna pull these legs together. Now there's no perfectly right or wrong way to do this. So what we wanna do is be able to go in opposite directions here. There we go, so get those legs in tight, and then you're gonna come the other direction. We'll flip the bird over. Those are gonna meet up here behind the wings. And then again, we're just gonna twist, and we wanna go the opposite direction one more time. We're gonna tuck those wings in close to the body so they don't scorch. And then we're gonna tie it off right here in the center. And if you can get your string underneath that first one, put your butcher twine under there, that'll help kind of keep the knot right in place where it belongs. And just cinch that down. So now your bird should be held together really nicely. And get rid of that excess string. We've got the wings tucked in tight, we've got the legs pulled up, and this just really helps us to be able to cook this evenly without any parts really scorching. All right, so we're gonna finish out seasoning the bird now, just getting the skin with our ranchero. Start with the back and flip it over. There we go. All right, that looks pretty good. Today we're cooking on the Yoder Smoker's YS640S pellet grill. We're running the grill at 425 degrees for this roast. We're gonna go directly on the grate, and at 425 we should get some nice color on the bird, and the skin should render out really nicely as well. Well, our bird's been on for 1 hour and 45 minutes now. It's looking gorgeous, and more importantly, the internal temperature has now come all the way up to 155 in the deepest part of the breast, and that's where we're temping for our finishing doneness. Come check this out. So I've just put my probe in where I can find the lowest temperature. So always want to find that lowest temperature, and we're aiming for 155 today. That happens to be way down there in the deepest part of the breast, and since that's come up to temp, we're gonna pull this thing off. We gave the bird about 10 minutes to rest. We're ready to slice into it now. So now we're gonna just walk through some of the steps on how to take a bird apart, how to carve your chicken. All right, let's start by getting rid of our twine. Boy, this smells incredible. Definitely getting that herb aroma coming off of the chicken. And then just like that roasted skin smell. You know that like that chicken fat roasted skin smell? So nice and crispy too from that 425 roast. All right, so let's start by, we'll just go ahead and take off our legs here. So we're gonna slice in between the leg and the breasts, kind of start to pull those out. And you're gonna find the seam pretty naturally just by popping, there you go. It gets coming right off of there. So that's your thigh and your leg portion. You wanna separate those out further. Again, you're just gonna take your knife and gently head toward the joint. Look at all that juice in there. Juices run clear, so we know that that's cooked all the way through. And there you go. Get your bone-in thigh and your drumstick. And do the same thing on the other side. And again, we can kind of just let it fall apart on its own. Look how juicy that is. Incredible. Gotta find that seam again. Look at that, just doing the work by itself, easy. Got a portion of the backbone back there that we can just get rid of, and that's fine. But this, if you don't want to serve it in a whole piece, this is a great piece to just shred up, especially at the temperature that it's at. This meat's gonna be 175 plus by the time that breast meat gets to 155. And that's when the dark meat really turns this velvety texture to where this can just shred apart. And you need that. You need it to be a little bit higher temperature because this has got more connective tissue in it, a little bit more fat. But now it's just pulling apart, super juicy. perfect doneness. Now these wings are gonna be so done that they'll probably just about pull right off. Yep, that's pulling right out of there. Same thing on that side. And then you're left basically with the breasts. So we did not remove a wishbone earlier, which means that there's a bone right in here that kind of prevents us from slicing straight down right now. So a couple ways you can do this. What I usually like to do is just to remove the entire breast. So we'll come just to the side of that breastbone that runs in between the two breasts. Cut down basically to the rib cage, and we're just following the contour. Let our knife run along that rib cage. Goes all the way around the tenderloin and down to where that wing meat meets the breast. Now let's not forget that we have fresh herbs under the skin, remember? Put in there to really amp up that fresh herb flavor. Just get rid of the really thick stem parts. If you got some leaves left behind, that's just gonna add flavor. But you can put that skin right back, and then this thing is just ready to slice. With that breast finishing at about 155, it'll raise up to a good 160 to 165. And you should still have a very juicy white meat, and we absolutely do. We can thank the brine for that, as well as just properly cooking it to the proper doneness. Oh man. That is packed with flavor. The citrus really shines through from that brine. Tons of herb flavors, which makes it feel fresh. Even though it's a roasted bird, you get a lot of freshness out of it, and you just can't beat that juiciness. So tender, so juicy. We definitely hit the nail on the head with this one. Let's check out this dark meat. Oh yeah, man, the dark meat's where it's at for me. I love that just extra mouthfeel that you get out of a thigh when it's cooked to the temperature where it just shreds apart. So good. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to check out allthingsbbq.com for all the products featured in today's video. If you enjoyed the recipe, hit the subscribe button. And if you have any questions or comments, or there's anything you'd like to see me cook, let me know in the comment section down below, and let's be good to one another. For more recipes, tips, and techniques, head over to allthingsbbq.com/thesauce. All things barbecue, where barbecue legends are made.